Hey, Matt here, coming to you from the vicinity of the National Library. Got all these lovely sculptures and things like that. There's some flags and stuff over there. So look, I don't want to talk too much about this. This is probably hopefully the last time I ever talk about it, because if the more I talk about it, I either sound like a loudmouth, and it's also not really a side of myself that I want to worry too much about. I want to get back into combat sports training, but that's because I like combat sports. It's not because I'm past that stage of my life where I need to feel big, tough, and manly, and like I'm no longer chasing that masculine thing. It's like I'm comfortable within myself. I don't need that. Like there's a great book called 1,000 Lions. It's about this martial art called Kyokushin Karate. And what happened is that all these young men, and they went over to train in Japan under this guy called Sosei Oyama, and he was just this incredibly tough guy. Like if you wanted an example of the warrior spirit and toxic masculinity colliding, it's this man. And he's really interesting. He's really cool. I recommend studying it and reading up on the stories, but I don't recommend it as a lifestyle. And anyway, last night, I don't get into fights. Fights are stupid, right? People get hurt during fights, okay? And there was this guy, right? We had an interaction and it didn't go well, and right, next thing we know, like it escalates. I didn't throw a single punch during the entire fight, right? The entire time I was like, hey dude, step back, and I was just kind of cackling myself laughing because to me it was all a joke. Because I'm pretty and like I'm sure, because there's this thing with men, and it's like with violence, it's seen like a masculine thing, and I think it's a useful skill to have. I recommend developing it, but you're not more of a person because you're skilled at violence. Like so to this other gentleman, I hope he doesn't watch this video, and secondly, if he does, like I do not have a problem with him. I don't think he has a problem with me. I think we were both a bit tipsy and things were very silly. But either way, like, you know, we have this conflict. He punched me a couple of times, and because I've had so much wrestling training, sparring, I was working towards having a small MMA career just at the amateur level. I've trained towards having a corporate boxing match, competed a few times in jiu-jitsu, done a lot of training, and I'm going to get back to it when circumstances sort of calm down for me a bit and things are more stable and there's finances for it. But I have been in so many situations through my work which have been like that. So I used to work with people coming out of juvenile detention, and the last time I was terrified was when this guy, he stole the key to the panic room, and when he did that, I was terrified, like, you know, continually harassed by this guy for like a 18-hour period or something. We called the on-call number like 30 different times and no one showed and no one answered, and because his NDIS contract was like worth $1 million, we were told not to call the police. Yeah, that was that's workplace health and safety in the NDIS, man. Anyway, the fight was very simple. He pushed me around, like, because I didn't take it seriously at all. I was just giggling the entire time. He pushed me to the ground. I fell down. When you're down, I used my legs to stop him mounting, and he wasn't a threat, so I was just having a ball, really. When you do that, I did bring out, because I live in a homeless shelter, you do need to have something around you, because people do knife each other all the time there. Well, not all the time. Probably once a year. Just like flicked that out. Got up, so I knew he wasn't going to mount me. Put the knife away. What happened next is that there was another couple he had a friend who came from across the street or something. I hugged him and that stopped the fight. It was just so fucking chaotic and funny. Either way, had a good interaction with the police afterwards, and that happens once every now and then, and that's the story, right? And this isn't something which happens to me often. When you are in a fight, the thing to do is to make sure you don't escalate. And there were cameras everywhere, so I knew the entire thing was being recorded, and my view was like, dude, like, this is silly and funny, and I don't get to have these experiences very often, so when weird shit like this happens, I enjoy it and treasure the memories. Anyway, have a good day, everyone.